Hello, friends and family, and also hopefully new listeners of Can I Be Mean for a Sec. I do want to apologize in advance. Something went wrong with our audio, and I've done my very best to keep the volume level as equal as possible across Maggie's audio, but ultimately it's just not the best quality, so I do apologize in advance. But I do hope that you do enjoy this episode. Welcome back, everybody, to Can I Be Mean for a Sec? I'm your host, Ella, and I'm joined with my best friend, Maggie.
Hi.
So, we have a very interesting topic for today. This is one that's very near and dear to our hearts, and part of the reason that we became best friends in college, beverages. We are, at our hearts, Bevvy Girls. We have any excuse to have a beverage with us for any occasion. And we want to talk about just some of our favorites, what some of the beverages that you guys may like, and what that says about you. And also just diving into what different places around the US may find as their favorites, what baristas think, what bartenders think. But, anyways, we are right in our opinions on this topic, so.
That's true. Diet Coke girlies, do not come for me because this is not going to be in your favor.
So Maggie was just telling me that she has recently developed a Bevvy closet, and I have never heard of her Bevvy closet until today.
Wait, I haven't told you about this yet?
No!
So, in our apartment, we have basically two coat closets, one here in the office and then one right outside the office facing the kitchen. So one of them, the one facing the kitchen, I was like, okay, well, we have too many, like, extra beverages that can't all fit in the fridge. So it's like, okay, let's just put them in here. We have a metric butt ton of Dr. Pepper. I've also got blackberry ginger ale. I have two different flavors of Izzy. Right now we also have tropical 7-Up and we have sparkling flavored waters. But yeah, so that's my, and then we have like extra jugs of juice and lemonade and stuff that we have that we already have one in the fridge. We have another one waiting in the wings. But that is the Bevvy closet, and I'm obsessed with it. And that is separate from my Bevvy cart, I guess is what it's called. That's where, like, the alcohol's over there. I have three different ways of making coffee over there. I have coffee. I have, like, 17 varieties of tea. I have a few different flavored drink syrups. We have a drawer full of koozies, including my ice cream pint koozies. Don't knock it till you try it. They're fabulous. But yeah, I am a certified Bevvy girly.
As you should be, truly. I think, did your love for, like, Bevvy stations start when we lived together and we started the Bevvy cart?
Maybe?
Like, Bevvy stations, not necessarily, like, having multiple different beverages, but just having a Bevvy station.
I don't think I'd really. I think that's when like the coffee corner in your kitchen started like blowing up on like Instagram and Pinterest and stuff. And so I hadn't really thought about it before. I had always just known I want a garage fridge when I grow up, right?
The back ice box.
Not the point.
Have you never called it the back ice box?
Oh, it's the garage fridge. You are you are not from around here. That's all I'm gonna say.
It might be just like I've been around my grandpa so much that he's always called it the back ice box because, when he was our age, you would get a giant ice block and then put it in the box in the fridge.
So, fully get the term ice box. But, like, did he refer to the regular fridge as an icebox, or did he just refer to the garage fridge as an icebox?
So growing up, he would have the ice box as the fridge,
Mm-hmm.
right? And then when refrigeration became more modernized, they had the refrigerator, they kept the ice box and then put it in the garage. So then they called it the back
So
ice
theirs
box.
was an actual icebox.
Yeah.
Okay, see, that's totally different. I thought, well, first of all, the back part really threw me for a loop because it's in the garage. And the garage
Yeah,
is not
ours is in the
necessarily,
garage.
sometimes it's in the back, but sometimes the garage is not in the back. Typically, in my typical experience, the garage is not in the back. Now I understand yours is different. Anyways,
The back fridge or the back ice box is just like the fridge that lives in the garage.
yeah, I've never heard it referred that. I've always heard it called the garage fridge. That could be a Midwestern thing, but
I
I've
don't know.
always heard it called the garage fridge. I think it might just be you thing that it's the back icebox instead of the garage icebox.
I know that it's like very much a middle class thing to have a garage fridge or a back ice box, but I'm trying to think of growing up outside of my family have I ever just heard like the garage fridge. I've heard the fridge in the back. I've heard that. I knew that icebox was like specific to like my family, but I've never heard just like the garage fridge. I've heard the fridge in the back.
Never heard that. I've only ever heard it referred to as the garage fridge or like the fridge. Like if someone's like, "Oh, it's like out in the garage," like you know it's in the fridge in the garage, or it's out in the garage fridge. Like I've never heard, "Oh, it's in the fridge out in the back."
You also call chocolate bars long johns. So,
That's because they're long johns. You're crazy.
anyways, we're talking about beverages today. Okay, so yeah, so the Bevvy cart started when we were living together our senior year. We had a small little three-shelf cart from Target. Lots of our alcohol lived on it. It was great, especially when we were hosting. In college, Maggie and I did go to Target, get our own cups, and we spent like a night decorating them with so many stickers. And I still have that cup. It's in storage right now, and I remember all the stickers that are on it. Those stickers now do not reflect who I am today, but they were a part of me during the pandemic. So
Did not make it to the sticker phase. Anna has since left us because she got moldy and stained. But she did get replaced with the Brahms version, so I feel like that's okay.
during the senior year in college, this was when Duncan was doing every Monday was free iced coffee. And so every Monday we drove the 25 minutes to go get the only Dunkin' that was near us to get free coffee and a donut.
First of all, there are Dunkins so much closer to there now. I'm not pleased about it. And second of all, I live right next to Dunkin' and they don't do that anymore. And that makes me mad because it's like the only place within walking distance to my house.
I know. I don't like people places stopped doing the first Monday of the month come and get a free this or like what happened to just giving shit out for free? I miss that.
Very strong opinions about post 2020 life, but that's not what we're talking about today.
So but in college became my absolute love for iced coffee. I was not a coffee drinker like most high schoolers, and I did not start drinking coffee until I was in college. But it was the consistency of going with my friends to go get coffee that I was like, okay, this is my drink, and I will have this drink every day for until the day I die. I recently updated this drink. And so for all of our listeners out there, most of you know this order because most of our listeners are our friends and family at this point. My go-to coffee order is an iced coffee with vanilla syrup and almond milk. Lactose intolerance, I have to have some form of milk alternative. And almond milk in a cold drink is sweet enough that it's delicious. It's not a displeasing taste. And just having the vanilla syrup for just a little extra sweetness is really good. But I have recently cut back on the vanilla syrup because it's getting too sweet for me. I'm getting too old now. Sweet things don't do the same thing for me anymore. I don't think I'll ever be a black coffee enjoyer.
Train yourself into it. We know people who have done that.
We do know people that have done this, but I don't want to be boring and just have black coffee. But my coffee order is pretty simple. I mean, I need a milk alternative, and then, I like a vanilla. Sue me. I know your peach green tea lemonade order, but they don't have peach anymore, so I don't know what you're substituting.
I don't know. I just kind of wing it every time I go to anywhere. I'm kind of winging it. I don't know. If I'm getting coffee, I'm probably getting an iced vanilla latte. Simple, easy. I'm not trying to be all frou frou, but I don't like bitter coffee either. If I'm drinking coffee black, there is going to be so much sugar in it. But my go-to is Dr. Pepper. I'm a Dr. Pepper girly. That is actually the reason why. Well, one of the two reasons we have a Costco membership. The other one was preventative drugs for a dog, but mostly the Dr. Pepper. I'm gonna wake up, I'm gonna have Dr. Pepper, and then I'm gonna function. And that seems a little bit insane, but it works.
Is it our old coworker? Does she also have a Dr. Pepper fixation, or is that the Diet Coke?
Um, Are we thinking of the same person? It's Diet Coke. It's Diet. She used to be a Dr Pepper girly, but her mom and her sister were Diet Coke girlies.
Yep, my sister is a huge Coca-Cola fan. Always has been, always will be. But my mom is a Diet Coke. My mom's a Diet Coke girly. Says, how many drinks do you have on your desk right now?
Currently, today, I only have the water. I did have a Dr. Pepper earlier this morning. The number of times that I have to remind myself I should not have 3 or 4 beverages at any given time because water is a staple. Always gotta have it. Then I'll have a Dr. Pepper, sometimes an iced coffee, usually a Dr. Pepper. And then, but then, like, if it's cold, if it's like the middle of December, if it's like freezing outside, I gotta have a warm beverage too. But that's a little bit too much. Sometimes I wind up with 4, and I don't really know how that happens. I can't really tell you right now. I just know that it does happen sometimes. It's a problem.
I think the most beverages I will have at one time is three, and it depends on what my schedule's like. It'll be water, coffee, and then my protein shake. But sometimes I do mix my protein shake with my coffee. Incredible. Also, I have a chocolate fudge protein shake or a protein powder that instead of the water, I use my coffee because it's the same liquid content that I need. And so it just makes my coffee taste like a mocha. And I'm getting my protein powder for the day. But so while I don't know how passionate you are about your specialized cups,
Not as passionate as you.
I let me sit up for this one. I am so particular about my cups and my beverages at home. Currently, my sister is using one of my cups for not the correct thing. She's using my coffee cup as a soda cup right now. I have 4 designated cups. One of them actually is no longer with us, but I have 4 designated cups in the house. Really long story. The Rose Bowl made me throw it away.
I need that story later. I need to know.
The podcast can know. I went to a Pokemon Go event in Pasadena at the Rose Bowl because I am a nerd. I love Pokemon and I do play Pokemon Go. Part of their policy was that you couldn't have metal water bottles in the Rose Bowl. And this was a new policy that I looked up before I got there, and there was nothing that said you couldn't bring a specific metal water bottle. So many people at the Rose Bowl brought an empty water bottle per the policy with the intention of refilling it at the stations to limit plastic and limit waste and made people get rid of their metal water bottles. It said nowhere in the policy that it had to be non-metal, and they were turning people away or having them be thrown away. And I threw mine away because I was not waiting in that long line. So my Owala is no longer with us. Yeah, so they had said at the Rose Bowl that they had had an incident like weeks prior to this event with a metal water bottle that got people injured.
Totally fair. I acquired this in high school. If there is one thing that I know about my father, it's that he is going to find some cool, hip, and funky with the kids water bottle about 2 years before it blows up. He's gonna find it on base. He's gonna buy it. He's gonna bring it home and give it to me. I'm gonna think it's cool as I'm gonna think it's great, and then somebody is gonna like blow it up, and it's gonna become a whole thing. And when he brought this home, I did not have the straw lid at the time. I still had the little twist off one. This is 40 ounces. This is giant. This is literally bigger than my head. I love it. I use it all the time. I did not use it as much before I had the straw lid because it's heavy. I did make a comment. I probably shouldn't be allowed to bring this to school because I can use it as a weapon. Then I was talking to a friend's dad who was a school principal, and he made the exact same comment. So I fully understand. I could probably kill a man with this. I don't plan to, but I probably could.
Yeah. So I have my 3 designated cups in our house. One of them is strictly for when I do make myself iced coffee at home, and it's just a simple Starbucks cup. It's a plain tan Starbucks cup with a lid and straw. I have my Brahms cup, which is water exclusive. My Owala would have also been water exclusive. And then I have my 32, 36 ounce Stanley cup that is both for ice water and exclusively liquid IV for when I am sick. Liquid IV in a Stanley cup is an underrated experience when you are sick. And this plastic straw is really easy to clean and can go in the dishwasher. cleaning this Stanley cup out after having liquid IV, because normally there's a bunch of residue in a cup after you have a powdered drink like that. For some reason, this cup, the best thing to clean after having liquid IV. It is so easy to wipe it out, rinse it out. If I want to put it in the dishwasher, I can. It's fantastic for liquid IV, and I'm very passionate that liquid IV only exists in this cup. But so yeah, my sister is currently using my Starbucks coffee cup as a soda slash water cup right now. And I can't say anything about it because then I sound like a lunatic.
Yeah, no, I do not. I do not have that. But I do like I'll go through phases. So like obviously water bottle for right now, but I have like four different models of water bottle, right? And so like I'll go through a phase. Oh, this is what I'm gonna like. This is what I'm gonna drink water out of. And then after a while, it's not appealing to me anymore, and I switch to a different water bottle. And when I switch to that water bottle, that's the one that gets me ongoing. So, however, I do not differentiate my coffee versus soda cups as much as you do. All of my straw cups with the lid, those Dr. Pepper in them all the time. I will not cross contaminate a coffee cup and a Dr. Pepper cup if I can help it. So like if I have coffee in it, I'm gonna like fully dump it, rinse it. If it's stainless steel, it's getting like a full wash. If Dr. Pepper came out with like a coffee flavored Dr. Pepper, like they have like the blackberry one, I would try it. I could see that being appealing.
Like I am even so far as I don't use my coffee cup as a water cup because I have my water cups. So why would I use my coffee cup as a water cup?
I guess if you only have one with you.
I also have my shaker bottle for my protein shake, but and if I put my coffee in there, like that's fine. But it's the stainless steel, so it's a powdered drink. It's easy to clean.
When it comes to coffee, are you more of an at-home coffee girl or are you more of a coffee shop girl? I say as if I don't know the answer.
I am at my core a coffee shop girly. I love the vibes of coffee shops, truly. I and also with my schedule every day, I'm at a coffee shop Monday through Thursday at the same time. They know who I am, they know my order. I feel so special. I feel so special walking up and oh, same thing today. Yes, please. Ella's here. She wants her iced coffee. Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I haven't been a regular anywhere in so long. R.I.P. the bagel shop.
R.I.P. the bagel shop.
I know, I really need to find a place to become a regular out here, but it's hard because I wasn't home until now, and so yeah, I
But
have
now
to
you
find
get to
a.
be.
Yeah, I'm just not financially in the best place to be going out and becoming a regular anywhere anytime soon. Again, I say R.I.P. my bagel shop. I love a good coffee shop. I try to go once a week to a different coffee shop around Charlotte, kind of get the vibe, see what's going on. Get out of my house so that I can actually focus on things that I need to do instead of sitting at my desk and then thinking, oh, I need to do the laundry. Oh, I need to do the dishes. Oh, I need to vacuum. Oh, I should go clean my shower. Oh, I need to do this, that, or the other. Or having my dog just sit here and yell at me all day. So I try to get out. I am definitely a social coffee drinker. So if I'm at a coffee shop, obviously I'm going to get a beverage, probably a coffee if it's a new place. But like if I'm going to a coffee shop with friends, like if I'm going with you, I'm going. I'm getting a coffee. We're sitting. We're chatting. We're having a good time. But like, I'm not. I'm not a have to have coffee every day. But that is because this is my weird thing. You know this. Coffee is the magic bean juice, and if I drink the magic bean juice too much, it stops being magic. But if I have like if it's a coffee day, I am running my errands. I am getting out of the house. I'm texting that person I put off, and I'm making that phone call I need to make, and I'm going to schedule that appointment I've been meaning to schedule. I should drink coffee tomorrow. I have a lot of stuff I need to do. It works. But if I drink coffee too much, then it stops working.
So, looking at our notes, something caught my eye that we have not discussed yet, and I don't think I know this about you, but you do quite a lot of road trips in comparison to me.
I love a road trip.
What is your beverage on a road trip?
Oh, okay. So it depends on a couple things. First, you always have to have water. Water is very important. You're sitting in a car. You're not doing much. You're probably eating salty snacks and then sugary snacks and then salty snacks over and over and over again. You need water. Water is good for you. Drink your water. That being said, independent of your water, you have two different options. And I kind of vacillate throughout the day. I obviously am going to have a Dr. Pepper because, of course, I'm going to have a Dr. Pepper. I'm always going to have a Dr. Pepper. But I am also a big Gatorade girly. I specifically like the Fierce Grape and the Fierce Strawberry. They're my two favorites. However, sometimes they have like limited edition summer flavors, like watermelon lemonade, or like I think they have like a strawberry lemonade. I don't know. They have some like pink watermelon lemonade, strawberry, like they got all kinds of stuff. Love that. But Gatorade girly. So I'll stop at the gas station.
I would not consider you a Gatorade girly if you're calling them by the flavors and not the colors.
Well, no. See, that's how you know you're a real Gatorade girly because there's multiple flavors that are the same color, and you have to know which one's which. Like, I love a blue Gatorade. I love the light blue one. I love the like purpley blue one. I love the dark blue one, but I don't like blue cherry. And blue cherry and cool blue are the same color blue. So if I say, hey, go get me a blue Gatorade, and you come back with a blue cherry Gatorade, we're gonna have a problem. So I have to
That's where,
specify.
but that's where you say, that's why you have to specify the color. But I have never seen the cherry blue Gatorade, so I don't know what you're talking about. I also am a Gatorade girly, and I exclusively do blue or red. I don't do any
See, that's a
occasionally
crime.
when there's the
Such
white
a gamer
Gatorade.
boy. That's a problem. Only gamer boys drink red Gatorade as like a main. Red Gatorade just tastes like Red 40.
Listen, listen.
I only drink red Gatorade
I
if that's all they have at Jersey Mike.
red Gatorade on Tuesdays and Thursdays were the only Gatorade that was in the fridge at the training center for 4 years. Every Tuesday and Thursday was the only Gatorade. So calm down. I prefer blue Gatorade, but I will drink red Gatorade. My absolute favorite Gatorade is the white Gatorade, not the clear one, the white one. It is delicious, and
The
I will
white cherry?
only find no. It's like white frost or some shit like that. It is my favorite. It is the best, arguably, but I can never find it in gas stations, so I just opt for blue. And if there's just not a blue, then a red. That's the order. And if not, then I'm just not getting a Gatorade at the gas station.
You should pay attention to if you're at a gas station, they definitely have blue cherry Gatorade. And the white one I'm fairly certain is like Arctic cherry. Don't quote me on that. I don't like the white one. But it also so if you go to the store, if you go to Sam's or maybe Costco, I don't know, I don't buy my Gatorade at Costco. I buy it at the Harris Teeter because the three flavor packs, there's always the flavor that I don't want. But if you look in the three flavor packs, especially the like red, white, and blue ones now, it's so, especially around 4th of July, they have those, but I think they have them just in general. But that might only be Sam's. I don't really know. You should check out some three flavor packs of Gatorade. But they have the fruit punch, which is the red one. They have the blue cherry, not the cool blue, and then they have that white Arctic frost cherry, whatever it is. I don't know. I don't like it. So they have those. So that is the perfect Gatorade pack for you, is what I'm hearing. So like you have to know because they have multiples of the same color. And they have two different strawberries. So if you buy the 3-pack with the little ones, they have berry, which is also the same color blue as the cool blue, but it's the small one and it's more transparent. It's not as cloudy, so you can tell. And that one tastes a little bit like medicine, but sometimes it's good. They have strawberry, which is the same red as the fruit punch, but again, it's a little bit more transparent and a little bit less cloudy. And that's strawberry, but that's different from the fierce strawberry, which is pink. And you can get that one pretty much anywhere. It doesn't just come in the 3-pack. And then it has a grape, which is also different from the fierce grape. But yes, gas stations, road trips, fountain Dr. Pepper is the best form of Dr. Pepper. Fountain, can, bottle. I'm sure you can fit a glass bottle in there somewhere, but those are really hard to find, so I don't really care. I have the cans at home because obviously you can't have a drink fountain in my house. That's a little bit insane. When I was traveling for work all the time, I remember one time I was in Baltimore and there was a Wawa in the same parking lot as my hotel. And every day on my way out and my way back, I stopped at that Wawa and I got a fountain Dr. Pepper because I was needing it. Yeah.
You didn't get to travel to Utah and go to a soda shop.
I did go to Utah. I did go to Utah once. I did not get to go to Soda Shop while I was there. I saw a couple. I just didn't get a chance to stop at one. I'm obsessed with the concept, actually. Weirdly enough, like I'm generally not overly a fan of the Utah or Utah adjacent things, right? But I like the idea of the soda shops. I love a fun bevy. I love a fun bevy that is not necessarily coffee or tea. I like coffee and tea too, don't get me wrong, but I love a fun bevy. And I grew up in Oklahoma where we had the OG drink specific. I'm gonna go here for a drink. I'm gonna go here and get a soda. I'm gonna go. They're gonna like. I can put like mix in some flavors and stuff. Shout out Sonic. Love Sonic. Sonic walked so that all those Utah soda shops could run.
Are you sure that that's the order of things? Because I would imagine the soda shops were around for much longer before Sonic.
Is it possible that there was like a one-off one in Utah somewhere? Maybe. But like,
But also, weren't soda shops like huge during the Prohibition?
well, like the soda shop is a concept, but a soda shop was just a place where you could go get. So it's basically like it was like a diner with a drugstore with a like you would go up to a counter and you would get a Coke, and it wasn't like you would get a Coke with like vanilla cream and cherries and like strawberry sauce. It was like you would get a Coke, but they didn't come pre-mixed at the time because they didn't have the whole soda fountain setup that we have today. And so your soda shop person would mix the Coke syrup with the carbonated water, kind of like you would do with like a soda stream now. They would make it for you there, and then you would take it, and you would have your drink. Soda shops with like the mix-ins and stuff, though, those are different, and I think those are a relatively new development. I think those came about after Sonic, but Sonic's been around for a while too, so like I think those are like a 21st century development. I want to say like the 2010s, but I did not Google it, so don't quote me on that. But Sonic's been around longer than that. I don't know. I want to say the 70s, but again, I don't know that off the top of my head.
Sonic Route 44 water, S tier.
My again, always give it off pepper, but I also love to go to Sonic and get a water with cranberry and lemon. Cranberry lemon water at Sonic, fully the way to go.
I had a craving not too long ago. It's like the only thing that's gonna curb this right now is the Sonic Route 44 water. And it's such a specific thing. But it's a grand
It's a
old
drive
time.
for you. It's a bit of a drive for you to get to a Sonic these days.
Well, a Sonic that has a Route 44 size.
Like I know you guys can't have the styrofoam cups, and I know you can't have the plastic straws. Like I know that you can have like the full like 32-ounce sodas. 'Cause I get them at the gas station out there all the time. You guys can't get the 44s?
It's just not called Route 44, or they don't have 44. So,
That's insane. And people ask me why I don't live there.
anyways, so we've talked about our favorite bevies. We've talked about our favorite instances of favorite bevies, and where do they come from? But Maggie, you have for us like the top drinks in the US. You have some worldwide favorite drinks. What are those like?
I did a little bit of digging, not a lot bit of digging. Don't come for me. I did this an hour ago. But I read a couple things online that talk about different popular beverage situations. I like to think that we are kind of on the front end of the bevy conversation. I feel like we're pretty aware. But some of these things I found a bit interesting. I don't know how accurate this is, but this goes over what are considered to be the top 20 most consumed beverages in America. Do you want to see if you can guess the top 5? I think you're going to get 3 of them right. Yes. And this is going to be like prepackaged beverages. So
Prepackaged, okay.
no cocktails, no like
What is a coffee?
like oh, I went to the coffee shop and got it.
Like, is coffee like as a general on the list?
These are going to be like specific brand prepackaged.
Okay, I'm gonna say Coca-Cola's on there.
Yes, it's number 1.
Is Sprite on there?
Number 3.
Okay. Is Diet Coke on there?
That is number 5.
Okay.
You know these other two. They're not hard.
Is Red Bull on there?
It's number 12. It's not in our top
Okay.
5 list.
I'll give 2 more guesses. Okay. Is Dr. Pepper on there?
You baby!
Crap. Okay, then I don't know what number 4 would be. If Red Bull was number
Yes, you do.
12, I don't know what number 4 would be.
Go over what you've said so far and think about what thematically you're missing.
Pepsi?
You have Coca-Cola. Yes. Pepsi's number 4. I was about to
Okay.
say, you have Coca-Cola and Dr. Pepper. What is the other one?
Clearly shows that I just don't drink soda.
Nothing about this conversation has indicated this. Clearly, I can't relate.
Like I just don't like soda. I've never liked soda, even as a kid. I'm almost 27. I just don't like it. I don't like carbonated things in general. It's not for me.
Aggressive go-to drink at a bar, so I don't really understand. I don't understand her, but that's her convo. Coca-Cola definitely could have predicted. Everybody loves a good Coke every now and then. And then Dr. Pepper is there for those of us that have a more refined palate. We have a more specific taste. Dr. Pepper makes sense. The Sprite surprised me.
No, I see Sprite. I see Sprite. There was a video recently on Smosh, and they were ranking just I think I forget what they were ranking, but a McDonald's Sprite was something that they were ranking, and they ranked it should have been an S tier, but it ranked it an A because they said like 8 out of 10 McDonald's Sprites are good and those other two are flat. But that a Sprite just like cures so much, so I can understand that.
Oh, I'll be in a Sprite mood every now and again, right? But I think the reason that it's number 3, I was not allowed to drink any caffeinated sodas for years. So I couldn't have Barks root. I could have A&W root beer, but I couldn't have Barks root beer. I couldn't have Coke or Dr. Pepper or Pepsi if it was at a birthday party and I was at a birthday party at that time. But like, there was always Sprite at the birthday party because there were all of us kids whose parents wouldn't let us drink the bad sodas. Which, like, I kind of get because Dr. Pepper got me through. Dr. Pepper got me through high school, friend. It also helped. It and coffee got me through college. So I get it. It kind of surprised me. But that one's for the kids. That one's for the kids. I don't get Pepsi. There's Pepsi people out there, and I'm sure you're a good person. I'm sure you love your family and your family loves you. But like, why? Yeah, that's showing
Well,
questionable
it's
judgment.
also so I do you think that this list is biased where like restaurants don't serve Coke products, they serve Pepsi products?
No, I feel like I've met Pepsi people in my life. I mean, it might be. I don't know how they got their statistics, right? It could factor that in, but I feel like people who want a Coke are not going to take a Pepsi at a restaurant.
No, I mean there's the whole meme around the is Pepsi okay? Yeah, I guess. Like they'll just drink a Pepsi. They wanted a soda.
No, no. I don't actually know. I've never been to a restaurant with anybody who ordered a Coke and when they said is Pepsi okay, they said yes. Every single time I have been with somebody and they ordered a Coke and they said is Pepsi okay, they said no and they ordered something else.
I'm gonna need some feedback because I swear basically
Ask my
every
dad for
time.
feedback because he will tell you the exact same thing that I just did.
Basically every time I've ever been at a restaurant and they have Pepsi products only and the whole thing is we don't have Coke, is Pepsi okay? Oh yeah, that's fine.
Now, if I go to a restaurant and I order Dr. Pepper and they have like a Mr. Pibb, it's questionable what kind of an establishment am I in. Like, you know it's going to come A in a styrofoam cup, and B, it's going to have a straw but no lid, and C, they're going to have, depending on what type of, like if it's barbecue, and then they ask me that question, they're going to have some great food. But if it's like a Mexican restaurant, they ask me that question, it's probably not going to be very good. But I will take a Mr. Pibb. I will take a like a Dr. Thunder. Like some people won't.
Dr. Thunder. What is that?
It's just a knockoff Dr. Pepper.
Okay, girl.
Look, I know the lore. I am given too much unfettered access to the internet, and I have way too many questions floating around up here. I gotta know. I don't even know. Now, Dr. Thunder, I have to admit, it might be like the TV version of like Mr. Like it might be the TV version of the knockoff Dr. Pepper, but I'm pretty sure it's a real thing.
Okay.
Diet Coke girlies.
Diet Coke girlies are more of a fiend than Coca-Cola girlies, for sure.
Oh yeah, Coca-Cola girlies are chill.
They're chill. They're my sister. Chill, relaxed, fine. And then you meet someone that's a Diet Coke girly, and they are on edge all the time.
I agree. Diet Coke girlies are. But see, Diet Coke girlies are not always just like, oh, I'm just like high strung. Like, some Diet Coke girlies could conquer the world, right? Like some people are like covert Diet Coke girlies, right? Like they're out there and you're really out here thinking that they are like a black coffee, flat white, like bougie put together, get their coffee in the morning, show up to work, corporate girly, winning at life in that sense, and then it turns out that they're actually like a covert Diet Coke girly. You know what I mean?
I feel like what you just described to me is like the Celsius, the Red Bull, the Monster, the energy drink girlies.
No, they exist too, but they're not like it's not hidden with that. Like those you know, but it's like the
Okay.
Diet Coke girlies that are like that, like that's hidden. But I do have to say, Diet Coke is a staple beverage of teachers and nurses everywhere.
My friend that's a nurse, she's a Coke Zero girly, so.
Okay, that's kind of the same thing, but also psychotic because Coke Zero is clearly for boys. And you can tell her I said that. I know exactly who you're talking about. You can tell her I said that. If she has a problem, she can come talk to me about it. Seriously, no. First of all, that's actually their marketing strategy. That's the whole reason that they came out with Coke Zero in the first place, was because men weren't drinking Diet Coke because they thought Diet Coke was too feminine. So they came out with Coke Zero. Now, Coke Zero does use a different sweetener than Diet Coke. Even though they're both zero sugar, they use different sweeteners, so they do have different flavor profiles. But that's literally their marketing strategy. Like, not only is it very clear once you know, but also, like, we learned about it in school. They have regular Coke, and regular Coke is, like, their whole thing is, like, this, like, classic Americano, right? Because it's just, like, it's one of the biggest companies in America. And historically, it's been a very, very indicative of America outside of the United States. And then you have Diet Coke, which is for the girlies. And then you have Coke Zero, and Coke Zero is for men. Coke Zero is for men. And when Coke came out with Coke Zero, that's when Pepsi and everybody else came out with their Pepsi Zero and everything else Zero, and they started using that other sweetener, but they did it because they were like, wow, they're unlocking the male zero sugar like soda market. We're gonna do that too. I'm telling, like, this is like an actual thing. Like, look it up. This is for real. Diet Coke is for girls, and Coke Zero is for boys. Not like actually like biologically or anything, but just like that's how it's marketed. Like that's the intention.
I'm just imagining.
This is all for real.
I'm just imagining someone's gender reveal, and it's Diet Coke. It's a girl and Coke Zero. It's a boy.
That is the funniest thing I've ever heard.
That's gonna be your future gender reveal. It's your baby shower is gonna be soda themed, and everyone has to drink Diet Coke or Coke Zero.
Their baby shower that we were just at like a month or two ago was actually soda themed. It was like like they had like sodas and they had like the little creams and like sauces you could like do the mix-ins and they got these like heart-shaped straws and they had like stickers on their cups to be
so
like customized for
cute.
the event. It was so cute. But no, that was fun. But yeah, number 6 is Mountain Dew.
That's the gamers right there. You're talking about me and Gatorade colors. Mountain Dew is the for gamer boys.
Oh, 100%.
Derogatory.
But my stepdad's out here drinking Diet Mountain Dews every day, but it's specifically the 1 liter bottles.
Every day he drinks a liter of Diet Mountain Dew.
Weirdly enough, my former stepdad also, that was his thing. My mom must have a type. Fanta, Canada Dry Ginger Ale, Gatorade is in number 11.
Red Bull being number 12 is actually shocking to me. Like, Red Bull not being in the top 10, or any energy drink for that matter, not being in the top 10 is crazy.
I don't think it's strange that Red Bull's towards the bottom because I know very few people who drink Red Bull as like their energy drink of choice.
Yeah. Celsius is the taking too many credit hours to finish your master's because you don't want to do it in 2 years kind of girly. That's Celsius to me. The Celsius girlies, like that's their meal is Celsius. But
Oh,
Celsius
true.
and spite, that is what they're going through. That is what feeds them. Celsius and spite.
That track.
For our viewers out there, let us know where your drink lives on this list, what your go-to drink is, and give us something new, give us something original. Give us the Starbucks list of 18 different flavors before you even add an espresso shot.
That's what I make at home.
I know. We truly, this is something that we have been passionate about for such a long time, and now we get to put it out for the world to experience with us. So please, our viewers and listeners out there, please let us know what your go-to bevies of choice are. How many bevies do you have on your desk right now? If you're listening in the car, if you got all of your cup holders filled up, let me know. I would love to know what you're drinking on your way to work.
If your cup holders are full, I would like to know, are they full with drinks or are they full with leftover cups?
Nothing's a unique experience anymore.
Yeah. So let us know, and we will see you next week. We haven't decided. Next week's topic is going to be a surprise. We will see you then.
Bye, guys. See you next week.